right. All right, all right, all right. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Daft Owl, and today we are conducting an experiment. We're conducting a little bit of an experiment. Now, I know some of you may know of these creatures called toons. It seems that you already are aware of the facility called Toontown. Well, I guess it's not really a facility. It's more of a universe, I guess you could say. But yeah, we're going to be conducting a little bit of an experiment. Now, as you may know, these toons are a little bit rambunctious, a little bit destructive in their tendencies. And, you know, us cogs, myself being one, we need to take care of them expeditiously. We need to make sure that they do not interfere with our way of life. And, yeah, we need to make sure that they stay in line, per se. You get what I mean, Reggie. Yeah. We need to make sure that they stay in line. We need to make sure that they maintain order. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest threat. They defy order. So what I'll be doing today is conducting an experiment in which I infiltrate Toontown and try to find where we lack as cogs and where they excel as toons. Now, I'm not entirely super familiar with the course of action that I need to take at this moment, but I'll be interacting with this universe and these so-called toons in order to see how they think, see where they are, see how they are as a society. Daichi Panda, yes, welcome to the stream. We're conducting an experiment, as I mentioned earlier, into the world of these toons so that we can properly understand how they work and how to destroy them. Oh, interesting. Interesting that they don't seem to follow the laws of physics, it looks like, as this is no longer attached to the ground. Huh. Okay. Well, regardless of that situation, I think there are so-called missions. Right. There are so-called missions that they need to accomplish, and I've acquired one of them. Oh, looks like I've initiated some sort of fishing mini game. I think I understand how this works. I have to cast, and it looks like I expend these so-called gummies, or however you would call them. And and you reel in fish. It looks like they use these for some sort of currency. It looks like they use them for currency. I see. Let's go back for a judgment later. Well, J-Matt, I hope to see you appreciate the efforts that we're going through in order to maintain the orderly way of life in Toontown. Yes, welcome to the stream, Noah Plays. Looks like we'll be pursuing with our experiment further. So it looks like we have a wanted. They seem to be... Oh. It looks like more buildings are so-called flying. Flying in the air. I'm going to infiltrate the headquarters of this so-called facility and see what goes on. See what goes on behind the scenes. Oh. It looks as though everyone's heads are enlarged. How does this work? I see. Well, I seem to be blocking some of the more important information. Give me one moment. Silly of me to be blocking such information. Here we go. As you can see, it looks as though they have a wanted list. Oh my goodness. Thank you for the subscription, Noah Plays. I appreciate you. And your devotion to this cause. I'm going to talk to this HQ officer and see if I can gather one of these so-called wanted missions. So I seem to be visiting different tunes. Okay, we can gather intel. Hold on. I need to read these. Professor Wiggles' House of Giggles. Okay. Loony Louie and Woody Nickel. Well, let's go from the top. I see Loony Louie needs some help with his clown cars. Typical of these Toontown citizens. Loony Louie's building is called Used Clown Cars, which is on Silly Street in Toontown Central. It looks like we have our destination right away. Okay. Toontown Central, Silly Street. I think I'm quite familiar with that area, but we'll proceed. Now, where is Silly Street? Ah, just as I suspected, it's this way, and it seems to be connected to Daisy Gardens. More foolishness afoot. Foolishness is always afoot in Toontown. But we'll continue to infiltrate and see where that leads us. There should be a map of some sort. Oh. It seems as though they have different camera alignments. Oh, this is interesting. The Afroof Doom. Welcome to the stream. What server is this? Let me see if I can locate that information for you. I seem to be in Splat Summit. I don't know if that's some sort of play on the letter S. Finished for the day and helping my parental unit move to new housing. Oh, very, very admirable of you, Reggie. As we should always help those in need, especially our elders, such as our parents. How do I open? Oh, it looks like Toontown Rewritten. Yes, this is what we're doing. We're infiltrating Toontown Rewritten in order to see the faults in our systems as cogs. We're infiltrating as one of these so-called toons in order to see how they operate. So it looks like I can choose between these different types of weapons. I'll align myself with my friend here and throw some sort of pie. Silly, silly, silly. Silly foolishness. Throwing pies at hard-working individuals such as them. As a fellow cog, I do in fact understand the struggle that they go through. Look at them dance their silly dance, as if nothing matters. The whole world is such a game to them. How do I open the map? What is one of these keys in order to... How do I open... Oh no, that's not what I need. Oh. These foolish camera angles make no sense. But I see this one is a bit better. Ah, Alt. Okay. Looks like we need to go to that number 2 right here. Ah, they can be miniature as well. They come in all shapes and sizes, it looks like. But no matter. We have an objective, and that's what we're going to achieve. We need to gather some intel on this so-called Loony Louie. What does he need with those clown cars? Looks like we're going to find out. Oh, it looks like they're in a heated battle. Oh, it looks like he won. We need to stand up for the cogs. We're outnumbered 3-1 out here. If you're able-bodied, I must urge you to help the fellow cogs and put a stop to these toons. Look at them falling left and right. The backbone of our society, need I remind you. Ah, used clown cars. Okay. Now what seems to be the problem here? Loony Louie, without a care in the world. Yowza. I can't find the tires to this here clown car anywhere. Do you think you could help me out? Loopy Bob must have tossed them into that creek in the Toontown. Oh, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. You are really helping us out here. in the creek in Toontown Central Playground, it looks like. If you stand on one of the docks there, you can try to fish it out without getting too muddy. Don't forget to bring some jelly beans for bait. Always with the foolishness. Jelly beans. Why not use worms as is tradition? Makes no sense. Makes absolutely no sense. Jelly beans as bait is foolish. What kind of fish would go for the jelly beans? It makes no sense in this world. Ugh. Absolutely defying the law of reason. But anyways, here's Billy. What does he have to say for himself? Oh, like I just suspected, they use these fish as currency. I'll sell these fish. Maybe I can get some more jelly beans for their so-called bait. Anyways, it looks like we need to find some sort of wheels for his... I got the one tire. How many does it seem that we need? We need 4. Okay, at least they're reasonable in that sense. All cars need 4 tires. And it looks like the fishing follows the same laws of physics as well. Nothing to deduct from there, but let's try and be as optimal as we can. Come on, okay. We've got 2 now. 2 more to go. Almost playfully, they seem to be dodging our line. King Crab. Foolishness as always. What kind of crab? Wears a crown? Okay, we need 1 more. 1 more tire for that silly, silly clown car. Perfect. Will you ever try Toontown Corporate Clash? A very casual player 3. That's a good question. I didn't know that such a thing existed. What is Toontown Corporate Clash? Is that something I need to investigate as a cog myself? If that's another source of foolishness and another way that we can bring down these toons, then of course, investigate as a cog myself. Okay, okay. I'll have to put that into my notes and see if I can. Oh, thank you for following. I appreciate you greatly. That really helps out our cause. Fan-flying-tastic. Altering English left and right. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Hola, Espanol. I see we're getting a larger audience. I appreciate you very much. Why not just say fantastic? Makes no sense. Altering English. Now I can get this old clown car on the road again. Off to commit more crimes of fun and foolishness. I swear I had an air pump around here to get these tires poppin'. How's your day going? My day is going well. As a cog, I'm just trying to keep the peace and order in our Toontown society, but it looks like they have other plans. I hope you guys are having a good and orderly day yourselves. Of course, thank you for liking the live as well, as that helps us perpetuate our cause as good, hardworking cogs of society. Maybe Lucy Tires borrowed it. Mind getting it for me? Getting it. More contractions. Lucy Tires' building is called Crack Up Auto Repair, which is on Loopy Lane in Toontown Central. It looks like we need to go and do another fetch quest, as these toons are a little too lazy to do it themselves. I see. It looks like we need to leave this particular street and head over to, what do they call it? Loopy Lane. You love to see it. Daffy Taffy Inc. An establishment made by the cogs. Bringing order to this chaotic, messy street. Unfortunately for us, it looks like that is more of a temporary position, but You know, the more cogs that come and help us out, the better it is for everyone. Let's see, let's see. On our way to Loopy Lane, we seem to be seeing a lot of different Bubbles Tinkle Whip. Huh. Seems to be another new tune. Steel Blue Dog. Well, I do find that name a bit more serious and more orderly. They seem to be a tune nonetheless. Good old Bonkers Jeeper What's It. Huh. These tunes know no end to their chaotic names. I myself has come up with a name that I can find. Oh, no, I don't want to teleport. A name that'll let me blend in. Duke Tricky Snout. To my alias here as a silly tune. Where is Looney Lane? Ah, there it is. All right, let's make our way over. Lucy B. Ah, this is connected to Minnie's Melody Land. Minnie, another perpetrator to the chaos. We need to put a stop to this. Where is that? Where is that? Air pump. Where are we going? Ah, auto repair. Crack up auto repair. Seems to be right there. Let's see what we can get. What? Game? Ah, I have to correct you, good sir. This is no game. This is Toontown rewritten. A society of very chaotic, silly creatures called Toons, wreaking havoc left and right. And we're here as a cog to infiltrate and see how they work. I'm the best Toon. Yes, Toon. Seems to be a good disguise. It looks like we're fooling a lot of people. I'll tell you what. Clear out those street of some of those high-level cogs. It looks like they're setting us up for a hit mission, huh? Not all fun and games with these tunes. And I'll let you have the pump. Bartering with lives, it looks like. What's this mission? Apparently we need to take out some cogs. 6 3+ cogs, huh? That seems to be a little bit excessive if you think so. We need to take down 6 cogs. Almost genocidal if you ask me. Insane. But it looks like that's how they operate around here, so no other way to progress but to comply. Now, if my intel serves me right, the more upgraded cogs seem to be further down the street, as these ones are more level 1, level 2. You know, they don't set the high level ones out here in the common areas. But here in Minnie's, where is this? Minnie's Melody Way, we might be able to find some higher level cogs. Tom Tom's drums. Let's see. Oh! Thank you for the follow. It looks like your name is Jess. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're helping us out a tremendous amount. Trying to take down these cogs will pain me, but it's the only way to progress. Make sure not to get figured out even by fellow cogs, as they may label me a traitor. Yes, that might be the case. Toontown. Yes, we are here in this chaotic, messy... You could call it a society, but I don't know. As a cog myself, we need to infiltrate and find what makes them tick. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Thank you for the roses, Jess. I appreciate you greatly. This is no laughing matter. We need to take the tunes down, but the only way to do so is by disguising ourselves as one. Now, it seems that they may know of my presence as the level... What did they say? Oh, level 3. I see, I see. I misread the information. It looks like we're passing by quite a few. Okay, okay. we might have to enlist the help of these fellow toons in order to get the job done quicker. Now, with battling, it looks like we can choose between throwing either pies or throwing water at them. All very juvenile, if you ask me. But it seems as though they work together in order to get this atrocious act completed. Look at that. Taking down the pillars of our society, these cogs. Ah, it looks like we were telepathically linked and he knew to dodge that water. His Rolodex, filled with important meetings, of course. Just trying to give these kids a sense of the real world. It's not all fun and games. What is this? They even assault each other, it looks like. Are you guys down to do a cellbot building? It seems we may have to communicate with these fellow toons. Let's see if I can say anything. Sure, man. I'm down. Let's see if they help. If they allow me to enlist in their juvenile activity. Oh, it looks like he's leading the charge. Oh. Well, I don't need to fight that one. Was it this one that asked me? Of course, this... Let me just get some gags. Same. Wants to be my friend. Well, it looks like we are doing a good job of infiltrating. They seem to think of me as one of them. Let's see. Where does he find gags? The power of friendship might change my mind. There's friendship among the cogs. Don't get it twisted. Back to playground. I think that's the quickest way to get some more gags. There's friendship and camaraderie amongst the cogs. We just don't need to engage in such silly activity. Now where... Ah. That seems to be a clothing shop, but where can I find... Where can I find gags? Ah. Gag shop. Where is that? Oh. I was right in front of it. Cogs beat each other up in the break rooms. That's the kind of propaganda that they try to tell you. But us gags are a loyal bunch. We make the world go around. It seems... Oh. It looks like he just popped in. Nuh-uh. I'm beginning to suspect no such silliness would happen in the break room. I'm beginning to suspect that the toons may be infiltrating the stream. Now, we're not going to point any fingers, but it looks like our disguise is working pretty well. Let's follow this individual. Seems to be very indecisive, very typical of a toon. But we follow nonetheless. Okay. Noble Knight. Will he lead us into victory? Ah, level 6. Doing his job right. Breaking free of the cog societal norms. Well, that is noble. We do need to take down these toons. Are you with us? Would like you to join. Yes. It seems that we've fully infiltrated their ranks. Exposure therapy? I'm going to leave that to you. It looks like that might be a viable strategy as well. As for myself, oh, what do I do? Is he not going to participate? What's happening? But has invited me to the board meeting? Am I not in the board meeting? Thank you for the heart puff. Of course, it helps our cause. Oh, it looks like they added another individual. Miss Sparkle Doodle. Huh? I got quack. It seems that they have some sort of censorship. Oh, it looks like another one. Professor Chewy Squiglet. We seem to be in a party of 4. We'll have much to learn. Yeah, redacted and silenced. Is everyone ready? Yes. Period. As that is the proper English. There seems to be some sort of censorship in their society. We may need to liberate them. As best we can. Only the group leader. Ah! Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Mira. Oh, geez. They're forcing me. Ah! Here we go. It takes all shapes and sizes, I guess. Now let's see if we can... Quackity. More censorship, I assume. Oops. It seems that they even are aware of that censorship. Yet they continue to be disillusioned by this society. Pies, it looks like. Let's use a pie. I must apologize to Gladhander Cellbot, level 7. Your service is much appreciated. It always pains me to see a soldier go down. It looks as though this one isn't even in the proper realm of reality. Miss Sparkle Doodle seems to be phasing in and out of our realm. Of course, this foolishness would never go in a cog society, but we do what we must. Level 8s. Very nice to see. He is but a lower cog in a great wheel. Yeah, unfortunately so. Do cogs laugh? Of course they laugh. Yeah, they laugh. They laugh tons. Maybe not in front of each other, but they laugh. No doubt about it. They laugh plenty. This conversation is over. Took the words right out of my mouth, good sir. Filibuster. Ah, see? On the same wavelength as my fellow cog, I clearly dodged what could only be some sort of message he was trying to convey to me. But of course, we have to continue our mission. It seems as though they want to attack this one, so I'm going to do the same. Two-Face. In order to get more done, of course, he needs 2 faces. I laughed recently when a lower cog asked for a promotion when he had yet to meet his quota. See, that's obviously very hilarious, as that individual did not meet his quota. So such a request seems outlandish, foolish, similar to a tune. So of course that's funny, and we laugh. Whoa. Whoa, 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 thank you. Thank you for the tiny dino. Thank you, thank you. It seems as though they seem to be having a lot of trouble getting anything done with these cogs. Oh, loud noise. Ugh. It pains me to do such an act like that, but we do what we must. So we laugh at others, not with them. Well, there is camaraderie in our laughter. We laugh together when an individual maybe mix and matches their tie with their socks. You know, such activity as that can be seen as humorous, in which all parties are laughing with each other. Casual Fridays. Well, not so much that they wear their socks as ties, but they don't match their ties and their socks with the same color scheme or same pattern scheme. Once again, on the same wavelength. We would never wear socks as ties or vice versa. Never, never, never. Oh, what is this individual doing? Ha ha. T-Y. Unfortunately, we had to take this brother in arms down, but we do what we must. Oh, thank you for liking the live. Thank you. It helps us with our exposure and helps us bring down foolish tunes. TY must be their boss. That might be the case. Oh, am I in control? Okay. Taking notes, of course. Taking notes of this so-called hierarchy. Let's see. I'm nearly out of gags. Poor management of resources, it looks like, but I'm the boss. A level 9. Now, I want you to take a good long listen to the wonderful music that we, as cogs, like to play in our workplace. Doesn't this make you want to be productive? Let's see. Oh, there's one person trying to stand out, it looks like. Well, I'm going to attack the one on the left. Mover and shaker. Bruh? What is that term? OMG. Huh. Movers and shakers. Quite literally. Power trip. I'm cooked. Huh. It looks like they were no match for the cogs. Looks like they were no match. I may have to educate this other tune of my identity before we get separated. Oof. See that tie eviscerated? Quite literally. Someone steal his notes. I don't know if we should do that, but we might have to. Ah, well, there's one down. For the boss and his right-hand man, yeah. Mr. Hollywood Cellbot level 9 over here doesn't seem to be taking any prisoners. Ah. I see. It looks like our defenses are still up to snuff. The cogs took all your gags, as they should. And if they did that to me, they did that to the others as well. Good on them. Good on them. That's the kind of defense that we need. Depression. It seems as though that may be a side effect, and we may need to reconsider the severity of our attacks on these tunes. It seems that I can't even participate in any games until we reach a certain level of happiness or contentness. My laugh meter is a little too low. Well, let's see. Oh no, we didn't progress any of our goals, but that's all right. Do I have good old Cuddle Muffin is paying me a visit? Who's this individual? I don't seem to know who they are. Well, let's see if we can do any research on these games. Hi. Hello. Must keep appearances. Jungle Vines. Oh. Taking inspiration from Donkey Kong, I see. Oh. Should we laugh? Is this a laughing matter? I might have to consult my consultant in order to determine, but I'll make sure to get to you by end of business day. It seems as though our journey is being impeded by this spider. Now, who could find enjoyment in such a trivial activity as this? Silly, silly, silliness. This spider is getting in the way of our progress. Oh. Now, I don't know about you, but this all seems very juvenile. Oh, perfect. I mean, it seems we're getting somewhere. We've gotten 2, maybe, no, just 2 bananas. We've been outdone by our companion. But we can continue to play these silly, silly games. Bubbles Cuddle Sprinkles seems to be buying more gags in order to terrorize more hardworking cogs. Oh, too fast. It seems as though we need to match a certain rhythm in order to beat them in this tug of war. As I can only assume that this person is a juvenile, we cannot lose. Huh. While that was amusing, I shouldn't laugh at others' expense. That would make me the same level as them. Alright, looks like we spent... I'll be back, have to acquire substance. Take your time, Reggie. A good cog never goes on an empty stomach. How do I replenish my laugh meter? Ooh. Khaki color scheme. Very fashionable. I think I must play more in order to fulfill my laugh meter. Or so they call it. Let's see if we can get anywhere. Oh. This one. Are there any Toontown aficionados that can help me find a certain strategy that helps acquire the most bananas, but also progress the farthest? Ugh. I'm a simple cog. Quite the contrary, all cogs serve a great purpose and are therefore not simple in the slightest. Oh, you don't enjoy games? Well, to each their own. I find myself slightly amused in these... Oh my goodness. In these trivial... what would you even call them? Trivial activities. Although I don't quite like this one. It seems a little arbitrary. The motions of each of these vines and bats. I would much rather find enjoyment in a game that requires more skill. But we do what we must. I see that did replenish a little bit of life in our poor bones. You hope I get this one again. Quite odd that you'd wish such a thing upon a fellow cog, but... Okay. How do they expect me to find all of these tunes running about? Huh. No, I know that one is one of the perpetrators. There seems to be 2 more. Not that one. A red herring, so to speak. Oh, we've already gotten that one. That cat does have a little bit of vertigo. Foolish of them to participate in such a game. Ah. Well, no, we've gotten that one already. I could have sworn that this is the cat. Huh. Seems as though we may need to catch him in the act of falling. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that seemed to be it. Now to find this blue bear while he's walking, we can wrap up this game. Thank you for the follow. For the subscription, I should say. Thank you very much. Thank you for subscribing on YouTube. Appreciate you greatly. Your contribution will help us cogs maintain order where it should be. Looks like we need to play one more time. Ah, swimming. One of the activities that we cogs tend to participate in to keep limber, to keep active, as we do tend to spend a lot of time in the office. Swimming is a bit liberating for us. You may not know, but we're quite spry for our appearances. Oh, one was a little bit of a miss on my part, but that's okay. No skin off our back. Won't be missing any more. I can guarantee you that, and that's one thing I can do. I can make guarantees. Sales guarantees, markups, sales diagrams, presentations. See, that one wasn't part of the guarantee that you signed yourself up for. But as for everything else, I did keep my promise. Press the delete key. Okay. The delete key is necessary. Ah. Oh, my fellow cogs. I apologize for this activity. Oh. Oh, okay. Guarantees, yes. See, you're familiar. Oh. Tremendous strategy about a cogs on our part. Oh. Valo. Wow, this may seem like Valo. I guess the juvenile aspect of it does remain the same. Ooh. The cogs did their part and took all the barrels. Gotta read the fine print. That is very true. And Toontown is still a thing, and still as juvenile as you may remember. We need to fix that. Now, am I dodging? Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you greatly. Apple Ant. Okay, it looks like we're catching coconuts and avoiding cogs. Oh. It seems that these toons are a little more spry than we give them credit for. They can survive encounters with anvils directly to their craniums. We may need to investigate what sort of properties that they have that allow them to do so. Ooh. As it seems to be no sort of consequence when they get hit. Quite not bad at this particular game, if I do say so myself. All right. Maybe one more before we get a full... memory. Now... Oh. Am I allowed to pick? Am I allowed to... Huh? Am I trying to... How am I... Huh? What are the controls? Is it delete? It's delete. Silly. Why would delete be the key in order to... Oh, I did not press that. Uh-huh. Oh. My memory seems to be failing me. But see, the key here is speed, not accuracy. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh. Uh-huh. No. Yes. Short-term memory is but an illusion. It's all in the accuracy and how quickly you can get back up again. No. No. This was somewhere. I've seen that before. Oh. Seems as though we're running out of time, but they never really gave us enough time to do this in the first place, so I find no fault in our performance there. Perfectly meeting quota. Exit the playground. Now, let's get on with what our mission was to begin with. Level 3 cogs seem to be a bit of a problem for these tunes. Now let's see if we can figure out why. And it looks like we need to go to Toontown Central, so this location was faulty to begin with. Once again, you love to see it. Our cogs seem to be expanding territory. Accidental insurance. Classic. Can never go wrong with insurance. Payments. Plans. Warranties. All wonderful things. We can't live without them. But these tunes seem to think that they can. Cold callers. The glue of society, if you ask me. It looks like all the other tunes. Oh, I spoke too soon. Pickle muffin. Now, I can't help but think that some of these names may be more than what they seem. Trying to convey some sort of joke or some sort of childish message. But giving them the benefit of the doubt. They may just be silly, silly names. All right. Where are these level 3 cogs? What is this? What is this? I'll fight more with you. Oh, it doesn't seem to be animated properly. They're getting away with moving without moving their legs. Unfortunate. Oh, I need to interact with this individual here. Huh. Let me get in on this. Daphne Petalpoof and... Oh, I couldn't catch their name. Lady Astrid McDazzle. Truly juvenile in nature. But nonetheless, we've completed a little bit of our mission. Oh, 10 cogs. Oh my goodness. These tunes have been at it for quite a bit. If you can tell by how much they've leveled themselves up, these are no ordinary veterans. Oh, it looks like they're getting on to me. I gotta evacuate. Let's see. I did see on my... I need a quick bite. Oh, okay. It's a fellow cog. Nothing to be alarmed of. I need to find cogs that align with my mission. Unfortunately, they seem to be evacuating. Level 2. Not what we need at the moment. We've learned quite a bit, though. These tunes... Oh, it looks like we might be able to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Super squirt. What do they mean by that? Oh, it seems as though being in the vicinity of certain objects may enhance the tune's abilities. Let's try that one more time. Midnight. What an ominous name. What seems to be their status? Oh, quite similar to where we are at the moment. Okay. 2 out of 6. 4 left. Now, on the surface, these tunes may seem to be dancing a jovial dance. But, as you've seen, we've just taken out a member of society. A hard-working member of society. Is that something to dance around and be jovial about? I think not. These tunes seem to enjoy putting hits out for upstanding members of society. Now, I don't know about you, but that seems quite sinister. Blue monkey. Nothing jovial about it. But we need to press onwards and find more dirt on these creatures of mischief. Have a cogtastic rest of your day. Thank you for stopping by. As always, I appreciate it. Hope you have a good cogtastic day yourself. Let's see. Wish us luck on this cause. The yes man. Say cheese. No. What seems to be the problem there? How is that an attack? He's just trying to brighten the mood by giving us a smile. But these tunes seem to see it another way. A more sinister way. All we want is peace. Let's see. 2 more. 2 more and we can wrap up that quest. If I were a cog, which I am, where would I be? Maybe this way. Ugh. Even the decor of this town is just silly. Silly. The structural integrity of these buildings just makes no sense. They would come down in an instant at the slightest push or shove. The slightest move or shake. As is one of our cog types. I wish that cog bountiful luck in his battle with those foolish tunes. Now, good on the cogs for evacuating because these tunes seem to be a little bit rambunctious at the moment. Let's see if we can find another location that has more tunes. Or more cogs, I should say. Oh, this society. Oh, this camera angles make no sense. Punchline Place, huh? Donald's Dock. Maybe we can see if there's anything we can gather from that situation over there. There is another headquarters here. We seem to be in a good place. Level 1, though. These level 1 cogs aren't really helping us out at the moment. We need level 3s. Short change. Oh, here we go. Now we're talking. You're about to be overcharged. How kind of him to let us know beforehand. It pains me to do this. It really, really does. But we can't exactly blow our cover at this moment in time. Now, see, if you paid attention there, you would see that we relinquished some currency to him. Now, obviously, to the uneducated eye, that may seem like him trying to steal from me, but oh no, that was his due. You see, we have these things called taxes, in which members of certain parts of high society are allowed to procure funds from the general populace without much consequence as you may see it. But in reality, they need those funds. Miggy, welcome to the stream. As you can see, we're trying to infiltrate this so-called Toontown society in order to see how they work. Now, myself as a cog, it pains me to do such activity as throwing pies or using water guns, but we need to do what we need to do in order to see how these tunes work. Without doing so, they'd continue to cause mischief and we wouldn't be able to sort of peer into their minds, you know. All right, it looks like we've completed those missions to the best of our ability. Now, it looks like there is some sort of headquarters that we can head to in order to turn those missions in, but I'm going to go to their main headquarters back in Toontown Central. I think we can gather the most information there. Most information about this situation there. We might have to go incognito and see what information we can gather from fellow Toons, but I'm sure the NPCs can give us quite a bit of detail on their operations as well. As you can see, everything is floating. Of course, this makes no sense, but we need to assimilate into their society and not ask too many questions. Choose. Hello, Duke Tricky Snout is our alias. Wonderful job, Duke. Here is your reward. You now have frame 14 of the soundtrack animation. Have fun in Toontown. I will do no such thing. How do I, crack up auto repair seems to be the location of this vendor. We need to return our mission to them in Loopy Lane. Oh. It seems to be some sort of commotion here. Oof. I can't read such information so quickly, so I'm going to proceed over here. Plus, you never know what they may say. We can trust in the censoring protocol that they have in their chat, but you never know. Let's see. Crack up auto repair seems to be over here. If we can get to the bottom of this mission, I'm sure that we can get to the bottom of what makes these tunes tick. Lucy Tires. Here's the pump I found in the back. It's in the back of my shop now. But tell him I'm still waiting for him to return my monkey wrench. Are we not done with this? Oh, we need to go to Silly Street. Huh. The plot thickens. Let's see. Go to Playground. This may be a bit of a faster way to get to Silly Street. Now, where is Silly Street? That's Loopy Lane. Is this? Ah, Silly Street. Just where I suspected it would be. We've been here before. Ah. While it may seem like Pop Tropica, this may be a little more heinous, a little more devious, more mischievous. Pop Tropica, a respectable community, may be something I may look into at some point. But for today, we need to bring order to Toontown. Quite a convoluted town, if you ask me. The goal seems to be to confuse the user as much as possible, so they may get lost and wander around. But not me. No, sir, not me. I'm oriented. I am goal oriented. I'm a little more tricky to confuse if you catch my drift. Let's choose this. A monkey wrench that can wait. By the way, thanks for helping me out. Here, take this for your troubles. Ah. They're equipping these tunes with more and more pouches so that they can carry more and more gags. Huh. I see. Well, it seems as though I've been able to conduct my research properly here. And what I've come to deduce from the situation is there will never be order in Toontown. These tunes seem to be perpetually mischievous, perpetually finding situations to get themselves mixed up in. Tragic it is. Tragic. But you can do your part as a cog and slowly but surely instill order into Toontown. Now, how you do that is up to you, but the fact that you do it is what truly matters. This has been Daft Owl, a cog in the ranks, the rank and file, just like you. And I'm signing off. Thank you very much, and have a good rest of your day.